This is going to be part 2 for September 14th, 15th. No, I lied. September 12th, 13th. We're looking at the period change for sine and cosine. And so what we said is if x is being multiplied by anything, then that's going to dictate a period change. But we're also looking at horizontal shift. So what we think is, hopefully, if you subtract inside parentheses, that's going to shift our function to the right 2 pi. However, what we need to do is we want x on its own. So the way we're going to do this is to get x on its own, we're going to actually factor out this 3. So if we do that, then we factor out a 3. Now we factor out 3, we get x on its own, which is what we want. However, what we need to do is, in order to factor, we have to divide every term by that thing we factor. So 3x divided by 3 would just be x. 2 pi, we're going to divide that by 3. But if we divide by 3, then that's just going to be 2 pi over 3. Another way we could think of this is 3, if we write that as a fraction, is 3 over 1. So this would be cosine of 3x minus 2 pi. And if we divide 3 over 1, we're really multiplying by 1/3. And that would also be 3 times x minus 2 pi over 3. These two ways are equivalent. This way might be helpful when we have a fraction, but we're really, whatever x is being multiplied by, we have to divide both terms by that. And so from here, what we can determine is that we would shift this function to the right 2 pi over 3 units. And let me just do this real quick. Our period, because x is being multiplied by 3 here, still 3 there, 2 pi divided by 3, which is 2 pi over 3. So again, recap, if x is being multiplied by something and we're adding or subtracting, what we have to do is factor out that value to figure out the phase shift. Once we figure out the shift, then we can look at, once we factor that out, then we can look at how many units we shift to the right or left. Okay? So I'm going to do probably 2 more, and then I might just give you the answers for the other 4, and you can work those out, see if you get those. So here, x is being multiplied by 1/4. So we have to factor out a 1/4. If I factor out a 1/4, that means I have x on its own, which means I have to divide pi by 1/4. Or multiply, because if we divide fractions, this is kind of what I was saying over here. Oh, sorry. If we divide fractions, we're multiplying by the reciprocal. X, pi times 4 would give us 4 pi. So let's check this. We should end up back here in parentheses. 1/4 times x gives us 1/4 x. 1/4 times 4 pi, the 4's would cancel and we would be left with pi. So again, whatever x is being multiplied by here, we have to factor that out. Divide both terms by that value. But if we divide it by 1/4 divided by 1/4 will give us just 1 or just 1x. Pi divided by 1/4, we multiply by the reciprocal, we end up here. If we want to cut out this part, that's fine, and go from here to there, I'm okay with that. But now we can say that we would shift minus inside the parentheses, tells we go right 4 pi units. And our period, excuse me, the period of sine is 2 pi. So we would divide that by what x is being multiplied by, which is 1/4. We're really multiplying by 4 over 1, or just 4. And so our new period would be 8 pi. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to give you the solutions here. Solve them, try to work them out, see if you can get there. I'm just going to write the solutions. So this would be which means we would shift to the left, pi over 6 units. And our period would be pi. Here, this is cosine. Factor that out. Which means we would go to the, let me do this, left 4 pi units. Okay, so those are our two solutions. Two solutions here for these two. I would pause it, work it out, see if you can end up there. If not, shoot me an email or remind app. Excuse me. Here we factor out a 3/4. This should be x. Make that correction in yours. That should be x. I don't know what my fascination with 4 pi was when I made this. That's the solution for this one. Work it out, see if you can get there. And then here, these are this would be that solution. Okay, so these are our solutions for these last four. Pause it, try them, see if you can get there. If I made a mistake, email me. If you didn't get that, email me, we can talk about it.